Okay, so it's the next day. Um, Yesterday's video cut off abruptly because the camera fell and the video was no good after that. But we're back and it's dry. It takes a long time for the thick house paint to dry, and I can finally work with it. You may notice down here that we have some nice breakup from the spray paint onto the house paint, which is an effect I've seen before and I love it. And we have lots of cracking in here because the paint was so thick. And that happens with thick acrylic paint or thick house paint sometimes. It will crack. And I kind of bumped it here, but that's a nice little happy accident, as Bob Ross used to say. And today my goal is to bring up the beach a little bit. So I'm going to fill in some of the gold in here. I'm also going to create a horizon line up along here. So I'm going to darken up the green and aqua paint in here and just make it a little more solid, like a real ocean scene. And I've marked this up 16 inches from there to there, 16 inches from there to there, so I have a nice level horizon line against the bottom. And I've got my trusty eraser here, which is a wet rag, and I've rinsed it out. It looks all painted and old, but there's nothing on here that will leave a mark. So here we go. Hopefully the camera will not fall off its mount today. And thanks for watching. All right, I've got some metallic splendid gold here. I've got just a little bit left in the bottle, but I don't need much. And I think I'll have a seat so I don't hurt my back. And I may apply this with the wet rag, or I just may use my finger. I just want to fill in kind of some of these blank spots to make it a little more reflective, and I may fill in some of this here so it doesn't look so awkward there. And here we go. If I apply too much paint, I will pull it off with the wet rag. I like this gold metallic look. Kind of sandy, beachy color with the gold, but it provides a nice reflective and modern quality. I'm just going to try and make it look as natural as possible. And you can probably see that it is bringing up the beach up into this area towards the yardstick, or ruler if you want to call it. And I like that because it was a little bit too low. It didn't, the painting didn't have good dimensions, for lack of a better word. Looks like I'll need a little bit more paint here. I often use a wet rag to paint with, especially when I'm applying an overcolor, and I'll probably do that up here. In other words, a color that will probably show through. be rather transparent. Because the rag is wet, the paint is not overly thick and a little more translucent than it might be. Stand up here and take a look. And it's pretty good. I'll probably come back over it with some white or some aqua. And I think I'm going to make it a little bit thicker as well in the spots that I applied it already. Turn this bottle upside down so that the paint comes toward the cap. Painting is awesome. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's a very warm Florida day today. Especially in the garage here. Sometimes I'm too hot and sometimes I'm too cold. Most of the time, it's just about right. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yep, I'm going to take the clean end of the rag and just clean up some of this a little bit. Just a little bit to let the green, the seafoam show through. Yep, and that's good. And there might be a little old gray or black on here. I'm going to use it up here. That will help darken up this horizon. I know it looks a little odd right now, but once I get the new green and white on it, it's going to be okay. And that's what I'm going to go for now. I'm going to grab a little of the white paint that I used yesterday. Just bring it along this yardstick here. And I'm going to apply a little more of the turquoise.
Now love is just a faded memory.
There's my happy wife singing.
Who are we talking to? Oh,
I'm recording a video.
Hi everybody.
Grab a little more white paint. getting there. It's not what I'm looking for, but keep working on it. Just kind of creating that horizon line there. Need a little bit more white. You know, as horizon lines on the ocean move back towards the distance, they do get a little bit darker. Oh yeah, I like that thing. So let's lift up the yardstick here and see how we're looking. And I like that. I've got a more defined horizon line there. Dropped a little bit of white down here. Just kind of rub that in. And I like it. Goal accompli. Plus I moved up the horizon line, which provides better balance to the picture. So now I've moved up my beach kind of like a fifth of the way, and my water horizon line almost to half. And if I wanted a real tight line, of course, I could tape it, and it maybe is something I will come back and do, but I'm not sure that I want to do that right now. Because I want to keep it kind of loose. And loose it shall be. Okay. I think I'm gonna let that dry, and we'll come back to it again. So this is part 2 of the California Seascape painting. Get that up here so you can see it a little better. And thanks for tuning in.